There we go. Yeah. I was going to say, wow, I know time flies, but man. I am wonderful. I am absolutely wonderful. Wonderful. And I'm so happy to be here with my family once again.
We are happy to have you, happy to share this space with you. So, we have been having an afternoon of celebrating Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Right.
and his dream. And so, we are so grateful that you are able to give us a serenade and bless us with the art.
100%. 100%. I want to say hello to the good brother. I'm sorry, he's gone now. And I wanted to say hello to my brother. What's his name? Is it Demetrius that I just saw?
Demetrius.
Oh, okay.
Left me. I think I hear him upstairs. He has on as a co-moderator.
Right. Right in the middle of Zoom. Like, all right, you got it now. You good. I'm gone. Right. You good. You like, okay. All right, let's get. No, it's so good to be here with you today, and thank you for having me. You know, it was an absolute honor, and like you said, it was not a year ago, but it was last year. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you. I see you from
Clubhouse. Clubhouse is amazing. We'll, that's all you need to be, and we'll talk about it soon because I'm gonna show you how it's. Oh man, it is the. I'm really saying it's the answer to a number of things as far as humanity, like real talk, and that that's a heavy weight to just put on something. And I never say that about things, but yeah, we'll talk about it. But it's so good to be here with you. Can you hear this piano? Hey, there's a good brother. How you doing, man? It's good to see you, fam. Hey, same to you. All right, I'll make one more switcheroo here and we're ready to go. Pull my headphones around. So everybody, I am really happy to be here to do this serenade. I've been holding space every single day in a pretty significant way when it comes to being with people from all walks of life, sharing good vibes, being able to grow together, learn together, commemorate things together, honor each other, and just all the amazing ways to do that and standing in support of what we all believe in. And so I'm happy to be a part of hosting space, being part of an effort to hold space for that same thing once again. So on Clubhouse, Randy, earlier, I have a room that I do on Clubhouse every day from 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's called the AP Morning Show. And AP just stands for Accountability Partners, as well as my first and middle name, which is Aaron Prentice. And we always have a lot of good times in that space, talking about emotional intelligence and growth and just all kinds of things under the sun. This morning I decided to pull up this article that was 10 things you might not have known about Dr. King. And it was pretty significant. It was pretty phenomenal. Yeah, it was. It was definitely a conversation starter. Whether it was the fact that he went to college at 15, or if it was that, which most people didn't know. I know I didn't know. So whether it was that, or whether it was the fact that he tied into this bit of info. He wrote, when he graduated from Boston, the Boston school that he went to, he wrote a dissertation that I think was the first thing that he presented. And it was called, let's see if I can recall. It was about their perspective on God. And this was his dissertation. And if I'm not mistaken, this was the dissertation that he read at the Lincoln Memorial. So yeah, I'm gonna get you all of this information because I was blown away. I wound up doing an article response about it last year. And talking about it. So whether it was that, I mean, I'm quite sure you probably knew that his mom was also taken by a bullet. Yeah. Did you? What'd you say? Yes. And so, whether it was that or what about the fact that he was jailed 30 times. He was in prison 30 times. He was jailed 30 times. Did you know that? You say you didn't know that? Yeah. What about within that same dynamic? Did you know that he was one of the times that he went, which was the absolute, to me, the most ridiculous time, was that he was in prison. He was jailed 30 miles an hour in a 25 mile an hour speed zone. I'm telling you. So, my morning started off with being able to look at someone who was I heard a wise person once say that we are who we are. So I just want to pause just for a second to be able to check in and say hello, and to just express a few sentiments. And I think that I have one more for you all if I have time. But yeah, first I wanted to say that, you know, it means a lot again to be here today. When it comes to empowerment, you know, there's something that goes pretty deep for me. And I love being able to share anything that I have that can help with giving some empowerment, giving some positive vibes, you know, and that kind of thing. So a lot of times for me, music is one of those places, just one slice of the whole pie. It's one of those places that I'm able to connect with people because of the fact that you don't have to explain things in order for people to understand them through music. You know, music is a universal language. And so it's one of those things that if we're expressing and feeling feelings of empowerment or feelings of pushing forward and persevering, being motivated, or, you know, the struggle to pull, the thing I love about music is that you can see that, you can feel that, you can experience it, and it translates. It's the best translator on the planet of Earth, I believe, because it's just frequency and vibration and motion. So I'm always glad to share, and I want to say thank you again for allowing me to be a part of this experience. This last song that I played was one of my favorite songs to play from an inspirational place, and that's What a Wonderful World. Louis Armstrong, made popular by. It's one of my favorite songs. I'm an optimist by default, and so to think about the world in that way for me is really how I feel life and how I express life. It's a wonderful world because I choose to see it that way, and we have the opportunity to make it that way every day with our actions. The song right before that was, what did I play before that? Sometimes I get so lost in the zone. I know I played Lean On Me as the second song, and the first song was an improvisation. It was just a total improvisation, just in lieu of the conversation that myself and Randy was having right before I started. And then going from there, I fell into an inspirational place with Lean On Me. It's one of my favorite songs to play. And from there, I went into a little bit more of an improvisation, and I feel like I played one more tune. I think I may have created an improvisation in there before getting to What a Wonderful World. But I hope that everything that I've played, I hope that it expresses the sentiments of all that it means to stand here today on Dr. King Day. Before I jump back in, is there anything you all would like to say as the host, even in relation to maybe the music or how you're feeling about it? Does it sound pretty good from where you are? To the people in the back.
I was trying to remember the name of that other song because I started singing someone when we were playing.
Right.
Which is why I'm not sure of my face on camera because I'm singing along.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, bro.
I just want to say that we appreciate you sharing your passion, your talent with us. You were with us on December 1st, and thank you again for coming back with us today. It's definitely appreciated.
Yes, sir.
It's cherished, man. You are definitely sharing your passion with us. We can feel it.
Thanks, fam. Thank you so much. Hey, Randy.
Hey, I'm here. I just always want to say thank you for, really saying yes to sharing a part of yourself with the world. I mean, it means a lot. The music is beautiful. We can hear it well. It is just gorgeous, but
Thank you.
more than anything, I know that when we get up to share our talents, I used to dance all the time. In church, and people would ask me to dance, and it's something to be expressive in front of other people and to share sometimes what is a very sacred thing, because a lot of times it is our gifts that get us through. Like you started off with saying, sometimes the very thing that we are seeking is ourselves.
Right.
I believe it's in our art and in our expression of that that we find ourselves, and so that's a very sacred space. And so I say thank you so much.
Yes, 100%. Thank you. It really means a lot. Means a lot, and it means a lot to be here. The saying "yes" for me comes from a place of. This is one of my original quotes. One of my favorite. You have the power to make vulnerability fun. And for me, that's what it is. I'm empowered by vulnerability because it gives permission to others, to be vulnerable. It shows humanity, it shows authenticity. It shows your intentions, and I know that, for sure, many times in life and in many places, it could be a not so comforting place. But what I found is that pushing past that hurdle, even with little things, finding ways to push past that, it pushes you into more of an authentic space with who you are, which winds up naturally being that empowering, and the motivating that you need, and also that you're trying to give others as well, So, yeah.
I always say my daily ethos is love, and it means to live open and vulnerable every day.
I love it.
I think it's in that openness and that vulnerability that we make space for ourselves.
Right.
We make space for other people to feel safe to share as well.
100%.
That is,
I agree with you.
I believe that's what my daily ethos is.
Yes.
I can find ways to, be open and vulnerable. There, I can experience another shift in myself, and just to expand even further.
Right.
It's in some of those spaces and vulnerability
Right.
that we have some of our greatest outcomes.
100%. I could not agree with you more. So this topic here and all that we just shared in the last 60 to 120 seconds, this is what we talk about in Clubhouse every day in my room. Yeah, my morning room. I have a morning room on Clubhouse called the AP Morning Show. And AP stands for Accountability Partners. And there's also kind of a double entendre too, because my first name is Aaron and my middle name is Prentice. But when I say we're dealing with emotional intelligence, we're dealing with empowerment, we're just chopping up and just hanging out in such a relaxed way, just like this, in this way we just exchanged. So, yeah, but I couldn't agree with you more. Vulnerability for me is something that is, it's empowering at this point. Every day I look for ways to live out my life in front of, first of all, myself, just being honest with myself, and then being able to live out my life in front of others that hold good space for me, keep me accountable. are my backbone, are my support, and just sharing. You know, I'm a giving person, so naturally for me, it's just a natural thing, you know, in order to be that way. So I look for more ways to stretch myself and to be accountable to others, you know, as I find my way. So one of my favorite things, honestly, right now is being funny and silly on camera. Like, just because this is the thing I always realize. If you take something that you're afraid of and you actually wind up doing it, what you realize right afterwards is a funny little thing, Randy. You realize right afterwards that it wasn't as bad a lot of times as you thought it would be. And it literally gives you another level of like, you step up and then all of a sudden you're not afraid to be like, I didn't even have that much, like I didn't have anything to be afraid of, right? You learn to stop caring about other people's judgment. That is freedom. That is freedom. And that's what I enjoy doing every day. I enjoy in my own journey and also showing other people that you cannot care about other people's judgment. You have to be yourself. You have to be you know. And what I realize is that the more I meet, the more I give permission to other people for them to be themselves as well. So that's why I'm glad to be here today, because to me, this is freedom. We're just living freedom, right? Together. So this tune right here, that I'm gonna play, we're pretty much familiar with it because we had someone to really give us so much of a gift. And everything that they brought here to this plane. This figure brought so much to this plane in the form of his consciousness. He left us with thinking about sunshine and being He invited us to a place to inquire. Not just inquire within ourselves, which is us growing more self-aware, but inquiring to each other, checking in with each other, saying before you judge me. Before you look down on me, before you put your hands on me, before you try to kill me, just do me one favor. Just talk to me, and I will tell you. Just talk to me, and I will inform you. Just talk to me, and you will see what's going on. thank you. Thank you so much. Wow, that really means a lot. Thank you. That song, I want to tell about, I'm probably, I would only be about maybe 5 more minutes if I could. I do want to play one more tune for you all if it's possible, an original song. Is that okay?
That is
Okay.
okay.
Okay. Right before I do, one of the things I want to say is that song has become increasingly special to me during this time, especially with the things that our world has been going through in different ways. And so for the last, May until now. So from May 29th until about October, I was playing that song all around the city. In fact, I played it 110 times around the city. Because I did. My response to COVID was to take my music, to take my piano and everything that you all see me doing here today, to take it outside to the streets and to share music during a time where, we really needed as much therapy as possible, So I kicked it off in May, and May 29th, and I've done 110 concerts. It's called Street Serenades. And so if there's anybody who's listening who would like to see that, I have them on my YouTube channel and that kind of thing. You can just look up Aaron Hill Street Serenades and you'll see more about that. But this particular song, playing this song out in the streets has just meant so much, especially around here in Baltimore. People could really feel it because they know Marvin Gaye, they know the message, and then the message never gets old. I mean, it's literally just a simple inquiry, which is before you judge me, before you, put your hands on me, before you hurt or harm me, before you dismiss me, just take the time, talk to me so that you can see what's going on with me. And when I think about that as a person who's a secular humanist, and I think about just what it means for humanity, all the things that we talk about, the love, the kindness, the patience, the togetherness, the unity, the emoji, all of them. That basic inquiry is an invitation, let's communicate, and before we judge, let's talk to each other, let's consider, let's dialogue, let's be considerate of each other's feelings. So I can't listen to that song without crying. Every time I hear it, I'm just man, it's such a basic but most fundamental message to almost everything that we can think of as far as humanity and the things that we struggle with, the things that the issues and the concerns of our world is lack of empathy, take the time, talk to me, let's empathize with each other. So yeah, that really means a lot to me.
What's going on? While you were playing, someone texted me and said, "Is that brother playing Marvin Gaye? What's going on?"
Thank you so much. That really means a lot. So I want to play one more song for you all, and this is an original song. All of my music goes in that direction of positivity and forward thinking. And so this particular song is written around a simple idea that falls in line with everything we've been talking about. It's called Behold the Star, and the premise is basically just to look and to see the light, to see the good in another person, to connect with that person, to see other people in a good way. So this is Behold the Star, and this song, as well as all the music that you all have heard me play, is actually available on my newest project that's called the Serenade Volume 12. And the easy way to get to that is those that are on Instagram. If you just click my Instagram bio link, you'll see it as the first option there, and you can add it to your playlist if you have Spotify, Apple Music, or iTunes, or anything like that. And my Instagram is @aaronhilltv. And then if you aren't on Instagram, then you can just do a Google search for Aaron Hill, the Serenade Volume 12. And so all this music is available there on my site and all that kind of stuff. So this is Behold the Star, and it's one of my favorite songs to play, my favorite original songs to play. So I hope you enjoy it. that was Behold the Star. So again, I hope that touched you in a place and made you behold the star, or made you think about beholding the star in someone else. And so again, my name is Aaron Hill, and this is my concept called the Serenade, where I just play from my heart in an improvised way. So again, if you want to hear any of the music that I just did, it's available on my newest project called The Serenade Volume 12. And other than that, if you want to find me anywhere online, Facebook, YouTube, I'm on Clubhouse now for those that are there. You can look me up at aaronhilltv and on Instagram at aaronhill.tv. And so thanks again, Star, for having me, and Randy and Demetrius.
Thank you, Aaron.
Very much. Thank you.
I'll let Demetrius go ahead. It's amazing that you played Star and we go by Star. So just kind of reflecting on each of the persons that make up Star. And
I have an original quote that goes, serendipity plus intention equals life. And when moments like that happen, that's how I think about it. Serendipity plus intention equals this beautiful life that we're living. Thank you.
Thank you again, and thank you everyone for tuning in and taking a portion of